Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. IronRealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Ding, ding, ding. Good morning. Ding, ding, ding. Ba, 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 bow, ba, 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 bow. Good morning. Ba, 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 bow. Good morning. Ba, 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 beautiful day. Ba, 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 it's a beautiful day. Ding, ding, ding.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Good morning. Here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Everything's internet. The earth is flat. It's like school. You're dead.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe that dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, I'm afraid of course, that there is no dark matter out there. So what? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Wake up. And a happy Monday to you all. Welcome to the IRONWORX. I mean, you know, it's Monday. That much I can say. Zack is working tonight, so he's going to be getting as much sleep as possible today. So there's a chance he may show up, but I'm not counting on it. I hope he keeps his happy ass in bed so he can be safe tonight. Walter's here. Good morning, Walter. How you doing?
Howdy ho. I am here. And I also hope Zack gets good rest. I know how important that is. Especially when you're trying to be safe.
Especially.
Typing some hugs out to everyone there in chat. They're all here early, man. They must have got it with the chickens. Well, Piney's not here, so I guess not.
How's your weekend? Anything exciting going on?
You know, I mean, let me tell you. Well, yeah, on Saturday we went and watched the granddaughter at a calisthenics competition. I don't know, gymnastics. There it is. I couldn't think of the word. Too early. So she's been doing gymnastics for some number of years now, and this was her first event where there were actually people watching her perform this stuff, and there's teams against other teams, and they're from all over, and it's a whole thing. And I've never been to one, you know, so I assumed it would be like, I guess like watching the Olympics. Here's this person doing this thing, everybody watch. No, that's not at all what happened. It's a fucking madhouse. There's a group doing the floor over here. There's people on the uneven parallel bars over there. There's over there on the balance beam nutcracker thing. It's all happening at once. There's the jump horse flip in the air and land across that thing. I don't know what that's called. Everything except the hanging ropes, apparently, I mean, hanging rings, apparently that's a guy-only thing. And what's the other one that I asked about? Oh, the little horse with the handles where you flip around and flip around.
The pommel.
They didn't have that. There it is. Man, you're good. Yeah, all that's happening at one time. And if you're not aware of, like, the granddaughter actually doing something way over there in the corner because you're sitting over here by the floor because that's what she does at home. So you assume that, you know, she'd be doing floor work. So you sit by the floor. It was nuts trying to keep up with her, keep up with what's going on. The whole thing was crazy. So, and then apparently this was the only one that will be like right here. Everything else is going to be way up north, even some out of state situation. So that was really cool to go check that out and see it all happening. Vault and pommel horse. Yes, thank you. Just but yeah, it was definitely way more madness than I expected it to be, and just trying to keep up with it all. But it was fun. She did good. I mean, you can tell it's not her thing. Like, that's not where she's going to wind up being. That's just she's doing it because mom and dad like her doing it, and she probably got friends there doing it, and that's about it. It's not like, you could tell the ones that are into it and they're like smoothly doing, and they're like, you know, you can tell. She's just there. She's just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm doing this. Boom, I did it. Now leave me alone. But yeah, that was a definite change of pace for us. Other than that, it's just been keeping tabs on Marilyn, on the mother-in-law, trying to keep the hospital from killing her, which essentially is, you know, what'll happen if anything negative occurs. It's going to be them, because it's always just stupid shit. Like, okay, well, we're going to put her on whatever thing today because it might help what's going on, because, you know, she's sleeping a lot. And like the first day out, she was great. Then after that, it kind of went down, and she hadn't really got back up again. And they said it would be a roller coaster, but not like just totally not waking up, barely 3 sentences, and right back to sleep, and lots of nausea and throwing up, not eating. It's just really not great post-surgery things. And it's like nobody's communicating with each other. So we need to give her this, this, and this. Well, yeah, we gave you a list of medications the first day she was here, and on that was this stuff you're now trying to give her. She should have been on it the whole fucking time. And that's what I told Michelle finally. It's like, look, when I went to Oregon, every time I went, it was me up and down halls, threatening lawsuits, making shit happen. Because otherwise, they're just going to push whatever button shuts up the beeping, throw whatever pill they can at them to shut them up for 5 minutes so they can sit there and look at their fucking phones. They're not giving a fuck about care or helping or healing or any of that. So unless you ride the fuck out of them and get ugly and, you know, basically almost get thrown out of the hospital, they're not going to change it. So that's the plan today, is she's going to go out there and be me for the day.
Raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, that's the only way to get it done. She's done nice all this time, and now this is where it's gotten us. So. Anyway, yeah. Still sending those prayers to the mother-in-law. She's struggling, and they're not helping much at all right now. And I mean, everybody's overwhelmed, you know, trying to deal with this for months on end now, and it's just kind of heavy. So definitely throw some anti-gravity their way as well. It's just here to get us down. I missed somebody else. Seems like I did. Yes, the Hulk himself is here. I'm trying to say hey and talk. It's not easy when you don't supposed to multitask. Did I get everybody? I almost said that myself, Rico. How long do I have before 4 a.m.? Oh shit, it's 4:07. Yeah, that's almost where I was. Got Ian, David, Jeremy. I think I've caught up to everyone who's popped in there. How was your weekend, Joe?
Uneventful. I just can't seem to motivate my ass up, get much of anything done on the weekend. So there's that. I was just so damn tired. I just relaxed and took it easy. Wish I had more to report.
Also what I did yesterday that's mostly why I wasn't there at the hospital. Raising some hell already. Yesterday is Saturday. I had a weird sleep schedule just with everything going on, trying to deal with all this. Put a bookmark in mushroom coffee for me, Laura, and I'll be back to you in just a minute. So yeah, I don't know. I just got the right amount of sleep, I guess, and then the right amount of got my vitamin. I'd been out of vitamins for a day or two, and as they include lots of vegetable stuff in them, lycopenes and leucins and Lysol. I don't know what else in there, but it's good stuff, and it gives me energy, and I can tell when I don't have them because I get dragged ass, and I got them like Friday night. We were out and about, and so Saturday I was kicking ass. We went to the thing, and instead of coming home and going to bed like a normal person, I came home and started doing laundry, so I wouldn't have to get up and deal with that yesterday on Sunday. And I thought, since I'm up doing this and I'm in and out and making noise anyway, I just going to go ahead and clean a couple cat boxes because it's that time of month, and doing it in the daytime sucks. So I'll do it now. And so I did too much and basically overdid it and did too much and got myself in a semi-crisis and dealt with that all evening, or not evening, hell, early in the morning by the time I was done doing stuff Saturday night. So when she woke me up with oh, Mom's not doing great, I'm going to Lafayette, are you going? I was kind of like unfunctional and stayed home and recovered. So definitely it's either 100 miles an hour or zero. It feels like these days. And it's when I feel great and want to do all that shit, I'm like, yeah, let's go, woo, and do it. And then I fall on my head and wish I had done too much. So I'll get the balance again one day. One day. Okay, mushroom coffee, Laura. Talk to me. Get on here. Hop in the call. Give her the link. I just, my concern, I've looked into it a bunch of times. I looked into it before I knew I had myasthenia, and I was looking into the changing the caffeine and sugar and cream and all those bad things that we don't need there, or, in the amounts that I'm drinking them, we don't need. And looked into the mushroom coffees, and I saw good and bad as far as like texture and flavor and tastes like dirt water and, all that stuff. And then I found one I thought I would try, and then I looked into it, and the cost was like, what? Are you people insane? So I'm like, yeah, I'll just stick to my mud bean. Uh-huh. But now, trying to find changes for my gut biome and changes for my autoimmune issues and all that, I've looked back into it, and they had some nice little, Black Friday deals going for the last few weeks, and so one of them keeps catching my eye, and the reviews are good and all that, and it even does it like you can do it cold. And that was the other thing. I cold brew. I don't drink hot coffee. So for them to be able to be used in a cold format pleasantly, and that's the thing. A lot of them say, oh yeah, in the in the question and answers or the reviews, oh yeah, you can do it cold. It'll be more chunky and more grainy, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I want it to be like my coffee. And this one claims up and down that it will be as good as any cold, chilled coffee you've ever had. We'll see. But anyway, I'm just worried about it messing with my immune system, because if I activate my immune system, I'm in a bind. That's when I get in trouble. That's when it starts attacking the acetylcholine, and I can't chew and see and breathe. And those are things I enjoy, so I want to keep doing them. The main concern is, and that's like someone, and I remember way back, one of you lovely people with ashwagandha, get that, it'll help. And I did. I got a big old jar of it, or bottle of it, or whatever, from a farmer's market guy. He was the fungus dude. He had a nice array of things, and he assured me it would help my issue. And then I looked into it, and it sure enough will overactivate your immune system, and probably not a great idea for me. I keep hearing an echo. Has someone joined us?
Oh, yeah, that was Rico. That'd be Rico joining us.
Rico!
I never heard that before.
I don't like cola.
Dude, Walt, you missed it. My voice was completely gone. Like I lost it Thursday night, and I called into your show Friday, forgetting all about losing my voice. It's the first time I tried speaking, and it was like, it was so bad.
Well, you
dude,
sound like you're better now.
well, physically, you sound like you're better.
I'm on a roller coaster. It pretty much goes from day to day. Some shows, I'm sure I sound like I'm at the edge of death's door, just out of it. And other times, like yesterday, I stay home and sleep all day, which I basically would like take a nap every 3 hours yesterday. And then the next day, I'm like, yeah, let's do too much again. Yeah. So I'm an idiot. I can't keep it just normal. It's all or none. Boys asking, have I tried chicory coffee? Chicory coffee was invented where I'm living. It may not technically have been invented here in South Louisiana, but it is the staple. Like the famous coffees here, that's their fame, is coffee and chicory combined together. Now, it's just chicory is also a thing that's done more by the native cultures here, the indigenously Indian cultures. They drink just chicory sometimes. But yeah, chicory coffee, that's definitely something I do make some of my cold brews out of when I want that taste, which is a very distinctive taste. But yeah, I'm all about that here. I definitely have. So how are you, Rico, now that you got your voice back?
All right. You know what? This is my open, honest show, and I would never give you guys anything that could really get me in any trouble, but I have a really good show last night, really good sombrero last night. I mean, it went really good, and Lowry had to cancel, so I had to, double time with producing and, did the interview, and Notice Fairbear came on so that I had a guest correspondent. Hold on, let me kill my TV. But, I have a pretty exciting marriage, right?
Oh, you do. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, sir.
Well, let me just tell you, I'm on the wagon and basically been threatened to be homeless because she thought that I drink her liquor, which I didn't even know existed. And I'm like, if you're going to pull a move like this, why don't you go ahead and do it tonight? That way they can give me a breathalyzer and give you one. She's like, no, I don't want to traumatize the kids. I'm like, you mean more than making their father homeless because you think I took some of your liquor? And it was a long night, dude. I'm still awake. She's out because, she was drinking. But I don't know, man. If I had a spouse that I cared about that, had battled substance abuse and alcohol, I wouldn't even bring this shit in the house. Maybe that's just me. But, I didn't take anything. But she's like, you need to work on leaving. Oh, so I actually think I'm going to take her up on it this time. Did I freeze?
No, you're here.
You did not.
I mean...
you know what? The screen freezes sometimes whenever I'm on Teams. Okay. But, all my friends, my really close friends are like, you know what, she can't just go get a restraining order and the next thing you know, you're homeless. It doesn't work like that. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I've never hit her or anything like that. I mean, we've had some yelling matches, but even then I don't like raising my voice. Since this has all been going south, which has been a few years now, my ex-wife and my long-term ex-girlfriend after that, I was like, dude, if you ever need me to, I'll go to court for you. You never even raised your voice to the point of being annoying. I just, I grew up seeing some pretty gnarly stepdads and whatnot, so I always knew that's what I didn't want to be. But I don't think I've ever been chewed out for stealing liquor that I didn't steal. Smell my breath, dude. I'm not drinking. And at what point did I pass the very narrow hallway to get to your bedroom to get the liquor that I didn't know existed? It just didn't make any sense. But more times than not, she wakes up and apologizes. But I've had a couple people in the community who's like, hey, if you need a place to go, in a hurry, you can come here. My whole issue there is I don't want to get too far away from the kids, but last night was, if you're autistic, last night's nothing short of mental abuse because your brain locks up. You can't even argue well because they're they know how to outrun you like a lawyer. You know, by the time you gather your thoughts to answer a question, they interrupt you with another one. She argues like that. Oh man, it was so gnarly. And I was just complaining a few weeks ago to Lowry, like, you know, after I finally get done with Sombrero, it's like kind of like I want to wind down, you know, go for a bike ride and enjoy the fact that I just had a pretty good show. And it's been forever since I've even gotten an hour to do so. But last night it was on immediately. Which, by the way, just so I'm clear, even when I was drinking, I never did anything like shady like that. You know, I'm a grown man. I would just go get some. You know. Did I overshare? Yeah,
nope.
Fuck it.
Not here.
I didn't?
No, there's no such thing around here.
At Iron Realm, there are no overshare moments.
Well, surely I can't just be out in the street in cold, like, for nothing. Like at least they would give you some time, hopefully. I don't know, man.
It depends.
I don't know.
When they show up to a DV, that's usually like one of the most dangerous, volatile situations they deal with on a regular basis, so they say. So while they probably couldn't remove you permanently, they could probably remove one of you for the time being, whoever's got someplace to go, at least for the night, should they get called.
Yeah, kind of what happened with me and one of my exes is she got relocated because she had a place to go, and I was there with my son. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. You guys will have to take me out of here. I'm not leaving.
I'm not proud of this because, you know, in the whole truther game, you know, like we don't bow to the nanny state or call them for help. And I've got that whole thing with my stepdad, which is kind of instilled in me too. You know, you just don't include the law. But I've actually called them here before, and they actually call me on a regular basis to make sure that that hasn't happened again. And just like the wife that fell down the stairs, I'm the guy that's not skateboarding nearly as much as I'm acting like I am. You get what I'm trying to tell you right now, right?
Yes. Trying to make up excuses.
Like pussy, you just can't fight back. You can't.
Why?
It would be because you would hurt them bad.
That's their intention. Okay, well, in that case, you can only fight people that are stronger than you. Is that what you're saying? Means, well, there's going to be a strength differential no matter who fights, right? Even if it's two grown-ass men, one will always be stronger than the other and will always have the potentially to do more damage than the other one. That's the way. That's what a fight is.
I just don't want Atticus to know that I've ever done anything like that. It's bad enough that one time.
So you want to teach your son not to ever stand up to him for himself? Is that what you're saying?
God, Josh, I hate you because you're so. I hate whenever I'm like debating and you say something like, "Oh shit," he's immediately correct, huh? Wow, it's so aggravating. You do it often.
Josh has that. Yes, he does.
No, like I admit to it every time. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's solid. Remember the whole thing about birth control, or you know, yeah. I was like, oh, you immediately got a good point right there. We know what I was talking about. I don't think the government should, you know, have you say over that. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, you know what? I don't care if she wakes up and hears me or not. I've woken up with a knife to my throat, and we hadn't even argued the night before. I think it's a lover scorned. I've been very honest about, you know, I fell out of love, but at the same time, we're supposed to, you know, the deal was we're co-parents and roommates and friends, you know. But sometimes I guess the other person out of ego doesn't say what they mean, and I took it to, you know, to heart. You know, like I'm not sleeping around anybody, and I'm encouraging her too, you know. So, but yeah, on my son's hole, I didn't touch her liquor last night, or ever. Well, you know what? I don't know about ever. That's a soul. I can't remember if I have, but I definitely didn't last night. Like, you know, I was completely sober. Completely sober. In fact, I'm very proud of the train track and train set I put together last night. That's what I did last night after the show. But But I was shaking, like, when she finally went to bed, I was just because it feels hopeless, man. It's making me rethink this whole disability thing and like fight through it some more. But now I've got this many months in, and the lawyer's saying not to do it. All my friends are saying not to do it. But at this is, at least in this situation, I would have money for, like a motel or have time to figure something out. Oh.
Your lawyer's telling you not to file for disability? Is that what I understand?
No, not to just take a full-time job out of frustration that it's taking this long.
Oh.
No, she's saying definitely
don't plug up your case, right?
Right.
Yeah. She's saying I can legally work 16 hours, but that's a pretty tough sell. Yeah, I don't have a car. I have a bicycle, and I can only work 16 hours. By the way, I worded it way better than that, but I mean, that's, at the end of the day, that's the deal. But the bicycle's never been a problem anyway. I've ridden my bicycle for years to Nissan, and I didn't have to, so I don't mind that. Guys, man, I know that was a heavy one, but I felt like if I didn't talk to someone, I was going to freaking lose it. If I end up homeless, it's going to be so gnarly. And before Christmas, to your house, under your front porch?
Absolutely. I got plenty of cat room back there, brother. Even the cats can snuggle the fuck right up.
Dude, how hard would you trip if I show up in your front porch with a few bags? Like, dude, I meant our show, dude.
Right. Well, definitely the consensus there in chat would seem to go with, well, yeah, I mean, same thing I've been telling you, man, all this time. The toxicity of it all isn't helping anybody, your child especially. So,
well, she hadn't hit me since last Christmas.
Tier.
So it's been a long time. Like, there's been no, violence since last Christmas. So it's not like it's been...
Right.
Unless I'm forgetting something.
No, I'm sorry. I just got blown away by what just popped up in chat. Like, what the hell? Apparently Sherry is being gang stalked by her neighbors and is headed to court. I am so sorry to hear that, my sweet lady.
Like literally gang stalked?
Well, apparently she's going to court asking for prayers. So, you got that for sure. We'll definitely...
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. And if that doesn't work, just reach out again. I'm sure we can come up with something.
Reach out again. I'm sure something.
For sure.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
We know.
Share.
We know a couple people.
Yeah. Man, I think the worst timing, Ray from a certain farm, Double D.
Oh, yeah.
He mailed me a special package for stress, and I'm like, oh boy, this is about to get used against me, isn't it? What else? It's not legal here. And Amory knows too, because I was like, hey, don't check the mail until that comes, because I would hate for you to, get busted for something like that when it was on me. Does that kind of thing really happen? Do they really let packages go through and
don't even
let
know
them
what
sign
you're
for
talking
it?
about? Who are you? Who is this? Prank caller.
That's what, dude. That's such a good scene. But no, he sent me a few brownies. What's it called? What's the name of his farm? Daryl Davis?
I'm not sure right offhand what you're talking about again. I don't have a clue what you mean.
Are you being Eric Stoltz right now, or for sure you don't?
I'm always Eric Stoltz. You didn't know that.
All right. Well, let me talk in code, okay? A guy's name that starts in R and ends in AA. That's from Boston. Starts with a W and ends with Eid, and has mailed it through the federal postal. Ends with the service. And I'm worried about that package showing up. So I warned my wife about it. And now I'm worried, oh no, that's going to be thrown in my face. Dude, I've caught her taking my finger to swipe it to look through my phone. That's not normal behavior.
Get out. Run.
Well,
but I'm not a lawyer, nor am I a civil engineer. Oh, well, not a civil engineer. I'm not that dude. I'm not the one to advise anybody on relationships. I've explained to you my mom and my family and my history with the whole situation and my situation with my child and getting him away from toxicity and how that has proven to be the best thing in my life, that I was removed from the toxicity and that I then removed my child from the toxicity, because keeping that situation around the child only teaches that to the child, and that's how the cycle continues. So break the cycle.
Well, I guess I left this part out. There was a plan. There is a plan, or maybe was, I don't know now. But as soon as I got my first check, I was going to go somewhere, but somewhere close enough to where, you know, it won't be hard to get the kids on the weekend or whatever I end up with there. I mean, I've had people offer me to stay with them that are just too far away for my kids, but no, like the plan is to go ASAP anyway. Like my stuff is almost pre-packed and ready to go. I was just waiting on that, and I mean, nothing else. Like, there's nothing holding me here. I mean, it's a decently comfortable couch coming from a lifelong on and off couch surfer. But yeah, man, the plan is to get out anyway. Nights like last night can't keep happening. I've learned to de-escalate pretty well, but I was just kind of looking for an apology once I think she figured out I didn't do anything wrong. I'll hold my breath on that one. Are you guys still live? It's now showing my screen paused. Check.
No, we should still be live.
Either way, that's the whole of the story, but I knew that I couldn't wait until post-show to share. And some of the best advice I've gotten has been in some of these chats. If I just like let myself out there without being too embarrassing, you know? So that's the situation. If you don't hear from me, that's what happened. Oh, nothing happened deadly. I'm homeless and don't have electricity is what I meant by that. That'd be so gnarly. It's freezing here. So how is it under your front porch, Walt?
Yeah.
You can put a little Rico call out there when the meal's ready.
Call.
It would definitely be a good call with it. That's too good.
Oh man. Oh, Lord, it's actually chilly here this morning. I didn't think it was 70 here yesterday, but it's back down in the 50s. Let me see what we're doing. Oh yeah, that brief little warmth is gone. It'll be in the 30s, then the 30 or 35-ish, 32. Oh Lord, down to freezing. Huh. Apparently winter is really here.
Yes.
It usually hits
too cold.
A little earlier in the year, like last year. I think we were dealing with snow in November, if I remember right. Yeah, because the cat got the glue on him or whatever, and we had to figure all that out. And that was definitely happening before Michelle's birthday and Thanksgiving. And then the snow happened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could be throwing it away. I mean, throwing it all way back. They're saying possible snow and ice and stuff around Christmas, but I mean, that's so many weeks out. And, you know, unless you got a weather cricket in a matchbox, I can't really believe anything that far out.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. I couldn't imagine being like street style homeless. I picked a bad time to lose weight, then I'll be out there freezing.
Wow, I'm just blown away by what Sherry is talking about in chat. Apparently this is like a epidemic, this gang stalking thing, and I had no clue.
About gang stalking?
Gang stalking.
No, I said it right. My voice cracked. Yeah. I didn't know. For some reason, I didn't picture them living together. Like, you know, she's saying her neighbors. But yeah, I've seen some testimonies by some pretty credible people in my mind about how they're. What's the name of the book? Camelio. Look, or just write down Camelio and find that guy's the author and look for his Higher Side Chats interview. if they really need to go after someone, the author of Camellia, his whole thing started with his roommate broke into an army base and stole a bunch of infrared goggles. And I didn't hear of the Dicelian thing until a couple years after I heard this interviews. So I'm guessing they had something different about them to where it was a huge deal. And they started gang stalking the guy that wrote the book instead of the friend who disappeared. And it can go from like they're following you around and making you paranoid and cutting you off in traffic. And I mean, it can go from that level all the way to they have devices that like, oh my God, this book, man, you've got to look up. The book's called Camellia. You've got to look up at least the interviews from the author.
Spell how you what that word is.
I think it's
Camellia,
like Emilio,
Camellia
like
without
Emilio
an E?
Estevez with a C at the beginning. Camellia. Camellia. But it can go all the way up to faking UFOs. They can go in your house undetected because there's one moment, and it's been forever since I've read that too. But there's this one moment where he's hanging out in his bathroom and he suddenly sees them because the person in his home, I guess maybe didn't realize that the goggles don't work in front of a mirror, and he completely saw them with the goggles on, and they can make your room look way bigger than it is on the inside, like outrageously bigger. Like it would have to be a different constructed house. Like they have ways to mess with you if it. I guess that's the level of the gang stalking they want, or what you've done to make them want to shut you up about whatever, you know. And in the Camellia case, you know, it was about the goggles. You guys know what I'm talking about with Dicenian, right? I mean, if you know what I'm saying it right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, during the war, like military guys were shooting at demons and stuff. So, yeah, and he had people like sending him money for a van, and no matter where he went, and make sure there's no transponders on the van, telephone off, battery out, and next thing you know, he's driving down a road and like these, obviously he said fake looking UFOs are hovering above right in front of where he's driving. Like absolutely, if you didn't listen to this guy's interview, you are kind of like Jerry Marzinski. If someone doesn't sell it, like I never sell it as well as Zack did the other day on Sombrero, I'm probably not doing a good job at this whole Camellia business, but it's one of those rabbit holes.
Well, if I could spell it, I'd look it up and check it out, but I can't find it. All I keep getting are stupid Instagram posts by some rapper and stuff, so I don't know how to spell it correctly.
I'm trying to think of how I could find it on the higher side chats. I wonder if you could put in context clues.
Or if anybody in chat figures out how to find it, please post it there so we can check it out.
Maybe try it with a dicyanide. Am I saying it wrong, boy? Dicyanide.
No, it's close. We knew what you meant.
Okay.
What did I just see that was talking about those goggles? Was it something to do with Robert Monroe, maybe? No, that was Loosh. What was it about that I watched that was just talking about those goggles? I don't know. I can't remember. It's been over a week or two ago now. But this whole situation with Sherry and what I'm seeing about it is just like, number one, I'm so sorry and sending you the biggest hugs ever, you sweet chocolate lady, you. Good Lord, I had no idea this was going on.
No wonder you change your password so often.
No doubt, no fucking doubt, man. I just want to come to your area and deal with things in the way I used to deal with them as a younger man, which was not very responsible or mature, but very result-bringing often, quite often. So, you know, there is that. But yeah, I probably shouldn't even think about doing stuff like that anymore, because number one, I'm old and decrepit. Number two, it gets you in a lot of trouble that you can't get out of, like, you know, with the law. So, and especially these days with the law being pretty fucked. And the fact that this is happening and the people around you seem to not really be helping you with it as far as the legal system, while it is shocking, it's actually probably not as shocking as it would have been 20 years ago, as you start realizing the type of beings that are attracted to certain types of situations that will allow them to, you know, create fear, terror, depression, horror, whatever type of paranoia, loosh, if, you know, just for better words.
Do you have
evil
someone that lives
bastard.
around you that can make you feel safe, that can stay with you like random nights and swap up the nights? That way, you know.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that way. It seems that because she's so alone, she has to reach out to hotlines once she starts going into these panic attacks just to keep her like living and able to cope. Yeah.
How's the underside of your front porch?
Right?
Do you need a watchdog?
A pet Rico might help the whole situation.
Hey, I've always said this whole time I'm not a very violent guy, but when it comes to defending people I care about, I can kind of change gears.
She has a neighbor named, well, we don't need to give her name out, I guess, but a good neighbor above her who is her good friend. So that's great.
Has she seen any examples of what you're talking
wow.
about?
See, it's gotten really weird all of a sudden. I didn't realize that situation. Wow.
Yeah, from what I remember last year during the hurricane, it was, as I recall, Sherry had some issues with having to be stuck there on the mountain for a while.
I do recall that. Yeah, I do recall that. I just didn't realize that it was still sort of that way as far as good isolation. I would like to have that.
Mm-hmm. Up to the point that fucking your neighbors start to gang stalk you, then the isolation
But then
becomes...
when it turns, then it turns the other way. Interesting.
It's going to kill me. I can't find that
I'm
book.
sorry. Sunny Side Up Chillin' seems to have found Camilio a book. So yeah, that is what we were talking about. If you could drop a link to that, since I'm a terrible speller, or speaker, speller, speak and spell, all of those.
Wait, he found my book? Sorry, I got distracted. I was catching up with Sherry.
I think so. He's asking, is it Camilio with book? So a book. So yeah, that's it. Let us know.
Yes. Yes, that is it. Now that I see it, yes. You know, my spelling has went downhill ever since Spell Correct, but more than anything, like having to spell out loud without looking at the, you know what I mean? Like trying to come up with it off the top of my head. Not a strong suit. Atticus is better at it than me these days. I'm almost serious. Yeah, that's the book, though. Have you read it? Where was that? I saw it.
Sunny Side Up Chillin'.
Have you read it? It's really, it's amazing. Like, I read it right after that interview. Well, if anyone in chat doesn't want to spend the money or read the book, there's a little author listed. Definitely find that episode of Higher Side Chats. That's where I found it. Are you kids getting that crazy interference?
Not any more than normal.
Okay, I've never noticed it like this here. It's because Sherry's in chat. Oh, bad joke. Too soon?
Maybe. Maybe. Oh, man.
You know what? Speaking of which, I just heard like the best advice, and there's no way I'm going to make it sound as good as this guy. Like, this guy said it so beautifully, and it was a lot longer, but he was basically like, if you live your day like it's like today's the only day that's ever going to exist, you will have the happiest life of anyone you've ever known. That's because yesterday literally doesn't exist. Tomorrow hasn't got here yet, so there's nothing you could do there either. So just focus on today, and that can get you past anything. I just heard it, and the guy that said it way better than that. But it's funny that I just heard that. And Sherry's going through that. Walt's got his gnarliness. I got my gnarliness. Comes in threes.
Oh, Laura, that's a great idea, maybe. I'm not sure, but it could be a good idea.
Yeah, a dog and a handful of trail cams might not be a bad idea.
And I mean, Justin has a good idea too, but we might not need to talk about that one on the air. Just
9 little fuck yous at a time.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
Justin heard me
We
make
have
the
a
joke
link.
the other day. Oh, there you go. Cool, cool, cool.
Thank you so much. I am looking at it now and will find it on my Z library.
Justin, you didn't hear me make the should I pull a Dexter pros and cons list joke the other day. That's going to bite me in the ass pretty soon. Not that I'm going to kill my wife, but I'm probably going to kill my wife. I'm kidding. But I was just joking about that, so I've got to be very careful when I'm driving here. I thought the funniest part of the joke is I called it doing a Dexter.
Sorry, I'm looking up this book, man. I'm not hearing your joke. I'm just trying to type.
Oh, it's not that funny. There was no actual pros and cons list.
Huh. I may be going away because my phone keeps acting stupid like the internet's going out. So I'll go
it sounds like
look
that
at it
here
to see if
too.
it's blinking. And we could have said too much. It can happen. It has before. No, it seems to be all right now. The little thing went away. I'm restarting my phone. That might help. Anyway, I have the page up, and if you want to get it there in chat, Sunny Side Up has dropped it for us. So thank you. I'll be checking that book out.
Cool. I think you can get a free sample of it.
There's a thing called Z Library that gives you a free sample of the whole book, actually. So I don't get paid, or they don't, there's no compensation for me. But if you are a reader, looks like we got ourselves a reader. Anyway, if you're a reader.
See, even Nemo made it way more eloquent than me. Or are you quoting the same dude?
Z Library. I don't know what.
The past is over with. The future hasn't happened. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present.
Oh, nice.
See, now, you know what, Nemo? Now I feel bad about myself because that was beautiful. I wonder if was the guy Asian that you're quoting? Because it was definitely like that kind of philosophy.
I mean, probably it came from a fortune cookie.
Nate, how much have you heard?
I know, that's what I was just laughing at him. Nate's comment.
You guys know what's going on with everyone's
You'll definitely
handles?
pay for the second time around, though. Wait, what happened?
I was going to ask if you guys noticed everyone's handles, like changing their name on them and stuff.
Oh, yeah. You too. Fucking with shit.
Yeah. Nate came up, so I thought about Jonna. It doesn't even have a J in it. And my mother used to be Mombrero, and last night it was just, I think Ginny, her first name was in it, but that's about it. And she said she didn't change
they
anything.
fucked it up. There's a way, they did it. There's a way to fix it, quote unquote, but it's complicated. And I don't have the link handy. I had dropped it a couple shows back, but I can go get it. Give me a minute.
Naderade. I didn't coin her Mombrero, by the way. I'm not that full of my own thing. That was Nico. Wow, my voice just went it totally again. It held up for last night's show. I don't think it cracked too much at all.
So you go to your YouTube studio, go to customization, then profile, find the handle section, edit your preferred unique handle, and click publish to save it. You can change twice within 14 days, and the new handle becomes your channel's unique URL and identifier. And then there's step-by-step stuff to do it. Let me get a copy of this. Wait, how do you copy a lie from AI? How do you, oh, there it is. Oh no, what? Copy link is here somewhere, right? Oh, there it is. This could be completely inaccurate. As we know, AI is fucking AI.
But you have to have the YouTube Studios app, because mostly only creators have that.
I don't really know. This is just what came up when I looked it up.
I can't think of her name. I had it on another screen the whole interview last night. But James from Grounded Extracts, a wife.
Really?
She has the same thing. Yeah, that's who our guests were. That couple, and they were great last night.
Really?
No, I just made that shit up.
Walt, you sounded surprised.
But,
I'm totally shocked and utterly surprised.
Yeah, I meant to watch just because I could have seen that going sideways quick, and I just kind of wanted to see for the drama.
That it happened.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and it apparently went well. Nice.
I was just
well, he told me he'd never changed. Is that what you're talking about, or are you talking about the Melodome drama?
Everything.
Yeah. Well, it was great. I love the dude, but like I said, Flat Earth's never been a prerequisite to be my friend. You know.
Yeah, never changed. Never. Nothing ever changed on my end as far as that whole person and family and situation. So that's all I know. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I just knew there were a bunch of people he had issues with.
Well, one of them is Melodome.
Oh.
But Gink.
Yeah, I've seen him out there doing impressions. Like, I'm still subbed. I've got 0 issues. I've never had a problem whatsoever.
No.
I just know people that did, or people that he had a problem with himself, and was making hit piece videos, which always leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but just because it's something. Like, he would just do a live stream as Austin and just make fun of the whole show, and it was just like hit piece, and he'd just do impressions of flat earthers like that and just putting out there making fun of them.
Oh, wow. He told me that he was just kind of undecided, that he doesn't have a hardcore stance. But he also said that hadn't changed. But I haven't been watching his material. I just caught him on a show because Ray
This was way before the Sunspot.
Yeah.
Stuff. This was
years ago.
His side of things, like before Austin ever went sun crazy, it happened with James.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because they were going to hook me up with something to help me out with an issue I don't want to go into.
No, you don't have to.
And he was going to help me out with it, and when before me and Austin had our dumb little breakup that makes no sense whatsoever, like nothing,
across
do
the
anything.
board,
but basically, he was like, before that happened, he was like, he just sells, what do they call it? You know, the gimmicky potions, and they would be in a trailer back in the day. You know what I mean? I hate my life. Everyone here knows the word I'm looking for, but I just can't think of it. Either way, there's
oil of the snake.
Yes, snake oil salesman. Yes, thank you, sir. That's what I'm looking for. He was like, "Don't waste your money. It's early, dude. I haven't slept, Nate." But basically, he talked me out of that and said the guy was a snake oil salesman and blah blah blah. And sometimes I'm overly trusting, but I told him the only people I've ever had a problem with, more so have a problem with me for not having a problem with someone else they have a problem with. Like, that's the biggest issue people have with me.
Yep.
Like, there's been people turn down my show because I play Dave's commercial, or I've had so and so as a guest, I'm not going to roll with that, and I'm definitely not going to change what I do or who I'm friends with just to make another dude happy. Like, that's just I don't know, that's lame. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Wouldn't be prudent. Not at this juncture.
I know one guy straight up made a hit piece on me because I threw all kinds of symbols, and it was just because I was friends with, like, I had the Dave Weisses and the Karen B's and the Zacks and the blah blah blah, and he reduced our friendships to, they grilled me a burger one time. They're the best dude ever. Like, it simplified everything like that. I'm like, oh my God, it's so weak. But even that guy, we talked on the phone and got past it. And I was like, by the way, you realize the symbols you call it are all screenshots from an episode where we're talking about Illuminati hen symbols. So we're actually displaying what were the subject of that episode. And he's like, I didn't know. Actually, I don't think he made it. I think he played it on his channel. Like literally, we're all doing a different symbol at the same exact time in some of the shots he did. Like one of his dumb followers were like, they have to say hello to each other, show their allegiance to say hello to each other in their way. I'm like, God, I hope I never sound like that. I hope I never get that far down the rabbit hole that it just everything's a conspiracy, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, most things kind of are in one way or another, but I don't know. Hit pieces on Dave, some of them I've seen are just, I mean, a reach isn't even a good enough of a term for it. Just nonsensical. But either way. Speaking to people that are talking crap about, DJ was meeting up with Nathan Thompson because they were coming through town on the West Coast, or because Nathan was going by DJ's, so they called in from his RV. And Nathan will be the first person to tell you that he's deserved a lot of the shit he got. Like, he's, like, you know what I mean? He knows. He's not dumb. He knows he kicked the dog. Oh, so quiet. Either you're gone or this is the longest dead air I've ever heard.
Oh, we're not gone, and that's no way the record. We used to do competitions.
Actually, did I just ruin one?
No. Walt just dropped. I think that was the issue.
Yeah, Nathan, and me and James have quite a bit in common. Like, we both have, like, we're on a similar spectrum, you know, with our autism. We're both drummers. We both have good taste in the appearance of women, at least. You know, he's been through the whole gnarly tooth surgery thing, knows what it's like to learn to talk again whenever you're getting them out and then getting them back in. And I mean, like, everything I said, like, he's got the same story. Like, it was a really cool episode. And he got my mom's approval, which doesn't come easily. You wouldn't believe how many people don't believe my mom's name's Jenny and her number was 8675309. And I can prove it. And like, I've had to, like, she had to, like, come on the chat to tell Crumb, like, oh, have her come on, man. There's just no way unless it's the Jenny. I'm like, no, this was like 2003 when that was her number.
Well, I don't believe that I wouldn't believe how many people wouldn't believe it. I think I would.
The Jenny part does make it kind of a stretch. Like, you know what I mean? That makes it a little bit kind of like, wow, dude. But she got sick of hearing about it back in the day, too. Like, can you at least read the area code first? Richie from Boston? I think so. Yeah, I see him pop up once in a while with his Overlander channel, and it seems like he's kind of he started talking more about that stuff. But I hate to say it, but you know, I'm not going to talk bad about the guy, but he was on the episode of RV when they were throwing everyone under the bus. I mean everyone, not just flat earthers. Like, with the most dumb things too, like, because Weiss is sitting on a ladder on one photo and like just stuff like, oh, and what's the guy? I'm never going to find his name, so I'm not going to look for it in my head. I say that, but I will later. But he has a channel, and his merchandising, he could select what graphics that he had for sale, but he couldn't select what products that you got the graphics on. And masks, when that was first a thing, were something you could order this high impact flicks. That's it. Like, he had no way to take that off there with the company he was using, but that was just enough for them to go, nope, CIA. And I like that dude too. Yeah, he might be flat now. He's had Weiss on twice.
Who, High Impact
Isn't it
Clicks?
nice? Yeah.
I thought he was already flat. He's also Here's the Deal channel. Same guy.
Yes. Yeah, he likes a lot of the audits and the police stuff. Well, he's probably been, those two Weiss interviews were pretty back to back, I would say, within 3 or 4 months of each other. And that was a good 3 or 4 years ago. So depending on when you found him, he might have been flat when you found him. But he definitely wasn't before that, because I talked to him on the phone forever. I kept talking back and forth, and he wasn't reading them, and I gave him like a $10 super chat. He's like, dude, you know what? Don't spend any more money. Give me your number. Let's talk about this. And we talked forever, and I didn't do any good, but I was like, you at least got to talk to someone that's better at selling the thing than me. I hope he is now. What's the guy that wrote I can come up with nothing now. My brain is so fried from last night. The Octopus of Global Control, the guy that wrote that, he's flat now. And obviously he wasn't when he titled that book. Yeah, fine, I'm fine with fuck you, brain.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Andrew.
Hey!
Nico, you've been talking a lot, but it's
And to
okay.
be.
It happens. I was going to share one thing. Yeah, I was going to join in yesterday, except I decided I didn't want to, and I'll tell you about that later if you want to know why. But
Yeah. Is that what you called about?
no,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't need an excuse or anything, but yeah, we missed you. Did you listen to it?
I wasn't. No.
Notice Bear popped on, so I had someone
2 minutes.
co-host.
I don't know, like 2 minutes or something like that. But anyways,
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't owe me anything unless you just want to share. I definitely have something to share with you and Nathan.
try. Okay. What's going on?
I don't know.
Okay. So this
breaking
is
up quite
my
a
only.
bit.
Yeah, you're breaking
This
up
is my-
really hard.
Really? Oh shit. All right. Well, this is my only space lettuce that I have to share with you, and this might take the retard cake. It might beat the last one of the year. And again, we've only got a few weeks to go until the year ends. But space lettuce, retard cake, and are you guys seeing it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So scientists sent a menstrual cup to space. This is how it went. Like, why in the flying fuck would they even put this on the internet at all? All right, so this is most astronauts who menstruate pause their cycle with hormones before hitting the stars. But in the future, we'll need more options. And I didn't even know this was a real thing. I didn't know there was such a thing as a menstrual cup until a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I just learned it, I guess.
Yeah, well, what can you do if you get your period in space? Scientists are making that question a little easier to answer by testing how well a menstrual cup, a popular reusable period product, holds up against the pressures of spaceflight. Ladies, if you're listening, I'm sure you're probably going to be more revolted from this than the men are. In 2022, a research group called Astro Cup, it's an actual hyperlink for that, placed 2 menstrual cups on an uncrewed rocket flight that lasted about 9 minutes after lunch and hit an altitude of 1.9 miles. This put the menstrual cups made by the brand Lunette at risk of vibration and other stressors that could damage their structure or affect how well they could hold liquid. But leak tests using glycerol and water found that the menstrual cups held up with no damage and that the material didn't degrade. What? The results of the study were published recently in NP, that is, Women's Health.
In NPJ, Women's Health, whatever NPJ stands for. And just so we're understanding, like, other stuff, like, completely gets destroyed just by taking a right into 1.9 miles up into the sky. Like, other shit just completely falls apart. So they were wondering if perhaps this plastic cup might not. Maybe it will hold up. Maybe it's designed for women that do Kegel exercises and a strong pelvic floor. Chances are it's going to be able to withstand the pressure, for fuck's sake.
This is getting pretty up there with the retard cake. So
Yes, it is.
menstrual cups are reusable. Flexible silicone-based containers that someone can wear during their period to collect blood. They've grown in popularity in recent years as more sustainable alternative to single-use period products like tampons and pads because a single-use one of these can be used for years. While most astronauts who are able to menstruate opt to temporarily put their cycle on hold through hormonal suppression, more on that below. Humankind's continued exploration of space means that women won't always be able to pause their cycles, or they may simply not want to. What's more, recycling systems or spacecraft weren't... Why is there so many fucking hyperlinks to this shit? Recycling systems on spacecraft weren't traditionally designed to handle blood, and managing a period with single-use tampons can create more waste and hassle. And I'm going to end it there. There's more to go, but you guys can probably just go to space.com, comedy.com. Spacecomedy.com is what I call it.
First of all, way to chime in, dude. That's so rough.
What's cool is they also follow the philosophy of reduce, reuse, or recycle. And the menstruation cups will now actually hold 1.5 ounces, a king shot for all of the drinkers on the ISS as well. So for those living in space, the menstruation cups act and double as a shot glass. So that's how you get the most use.
Can you drink stolen whiskey out of them?
So the first woman in space, I think, was Sally Ride, and that was like 3 decades ago, allegedly, in space. And
that was Helen Keller.
Long? Oh, Helen Keller was. Oh,
I think so. As soon as she came down out of the attic, I think they let her go on her first space flight. I think is how that worked. Because she survived the Nazis.
I'm a Helen Keller denier. Me too. Out. Oh yeah, it's about as viable as the Anne Frank situation. It's such bullshit.
Like Ray Charles, you think she's just faking?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, she flew a plane and she spoke with a British accent, even though she was born in Alabama. And on top of that, she also was able to sign her own name. And she wrote a book, apparently. So, yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that one.
I heard one time I saw a horse do math.
I would believe that more than Helen Keller.
I would too.
Wait, yeah. I mean, I've seen elephants know how to paint an elephant. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen that before.
Yeah. Have you seen the breakdown of some of Helen Keller's symbolism and how it's used in the occult and how she's accused of being part of the Golden Dawn and all that whole rabbit hole? I'm not saying it's true, but there's a whole bunch of conspiracy people that tie her into being a prominent member of the Golden Dawn. What's the first party? Which is it's an offshoot of Thelema, basically, the Aleister Crowley stuff.
I don't have too long right now. I was just chiming in for a moment because I wanted to share with everyone that now space menstrual cups are now available, and they're probably going to be selling for $25,000 a piece. And
it's going to be the same God blessed $2 cup that you can buy at the pharmacy.
It's like a
but it just says space on it, so they charge you like $10,000 more because it says space.
I just picture the dares I would have to do if I was still in a touring band and those existed. Oh my God.
It's got NASA and a little registered symbol next to it. That's how you know.
Oh, you got an image? I want to look it up.
Well, all right, guys, I'm heading out. I have to go to bed because I have to work.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, holler at me when you wake up, okay?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm teaching online tomorrow, so yeah, maybe during a break.
Just whenever you want to. No rush. Just I always want to hear what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I sound more pathetic than I am. I can't. My voice is gone again, or not gone, but back to rough. But yeah, just holler whenever you can, buddy.
Yeah. It's just, tomorrow I'm teaching. Well, technically today. Conductor sizes and types, wiring methods, wiring connections, voltage drop, and neutral conductor sizes for services. That's what I'm teaching.
You want me to sit on it for you?
Can you explain any of what I just said?
I can't even say what you just said.
Okay. Well, if that was the case, then I would say,
I could wear an earpiece.
I do have guests come on once in a while, but no. All right. Gentlemen, it's been fun. I'll be sitting in the background until I fall asleep I take a shower, but
you can put us on while you're in the shower.
That would be really fucking weird.
No, wait. Look, just take us in with you, and I can promise I'll make it weirder.
Wow, that went to double weird to triple weird.
That's right.
Now, what if I actually reversed it and said, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Try me.
Do that. No. That's triple weird.
See if that slows me down in the least. See if I'm bluffing.
And how cheap is Spirit Airlines?
Josh is like, triple dog dare you.
No twerking.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Salute.
My backbone bends that way. I hope you guys don't think I've actually ever gotten in the shower and twerked.
No, huh?
Okay, good. I don't know where that came from. I'd like to find I know it was with you guys, but I say it all the time now. I literally never call it showering. One Brenda, 2 cups. Okay, for the win. But no, like literally, we in the household we're like, I'm gonna go twerking. Don't worry, my daughter's old enough and my son's too young, so neither one of them care.
Yep.
What's the record?
Hard to say. I'm sure it was when John Savage was here, because we used to do it just to spite him.
It's funny. One time I have an excuse. I don't know if you guys noticed, but literally every time me and Andrew's on an episode of yours together, he'll be like, we have our show. This is their show. Me and you have been taking over their show. So we should let them continue with their show. I'm like, I don't know all of the above. But I love it. He says it every time. Come on. He's not wrong, though. I can't get over 1 Brenda, 2 cups. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm rendered impotent.
I mean, 2 Brendas, 1 cup is kind of nasty too.
It's a bit rough either way. Who needs a cup? You know what? By the way, I had Brenda on one time when we did a call-in panel on the second half of a show. Oh, I forgot. Andrew said he's going to be listening to you fall asleep. Anyway, I had her on, and I guess he had said that if he ever comes on, or if it ever comes on, that he's out. I didn't realize why. I thought it was just because of the whole thing with the trans stuff. But apparently, she treats people way different when I'm not around. Like she's harsh as shit on Discord or something. Just goes out of her way to just, not even have a sensible debate. I've never been on Discord, but that brings a whole new spin on it. Someone told me they've seen what he really looks like, and it's even worse than you would imagine.
I'm pretty imaginative.
It's a comparison.
Especially when a dude that calls himself Brenda.
And if before anyone in chat says it, I know the looks aren't everything, but when you look like I do, you can make fun of people's looks. The man known as... I've said she too. Is Zack at work?
Zack is working tonight, so he's trying to adjust his schedule for a 3rd shift. Because he probably just now started to get back into a normal groove after doing it the last time.
Oh, boy. This is either about to be one of the hardest days I've been through in a very, very long time, or to go like it usually goes. And
we'll see if this helps.
There'll be an apology.
Can you see my screen, Rico?
Yeah, give me a second.
I'm just doing a little design work here.
Nice.
I thought so.
I want to take a screenshot of that.
Thought that would be a million seller myself. So we tried the IRONWORX butt plug, and that didn't sell so much. So I thought if we use ironrealmmedia, that might expand out our market coverage a bit. Oh, but the things that you do when you're doing a show, I apologize to everyone for that. Yeah, I saved the picture, Rico. I'll send you a copy.
Cool. If I've learned anything of 17 years, nothing will be said and things will go on the same or an apology. But I don't know, this felt different, man. This felt darker. I'm not trying to bring that up. Sorry. I was laying here obsessing it, and I was like, man, hopefully we're at least like a couple hours away. Like that, I can hang 2 more hours without losing my mind. And I look over, it's like 7 minutes after. I'm like, oh yeah. Is that a trophy?
The ironrealmmedia cup? Yeah, I think it should be. Wait, what?
Stage left.
Oh, on my end of the world?
Yeah. Is that a trophy right behind you?
Oh, the thing with the
stage right from this whole photo. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a fake Tesla tube is what that is. So before everybody's time here, back in the day when it was the Friday only show, I used to have that thing set up to go with my voice and all that, and it just became a source of noise more than anything, and so I'd stop turning it on. It's not even plugged in at this point, but if you would like me to, I'll turn it on for everyone. Keep you guys
I don't think anyone else is looking at it, but I guess this is what it feels like for someone to dissect your background. Because
I've already been told about my demons and all that back here. I've already been. Who was that one time? Was there in chat or was it on the show? That was on chat, huh? That were telling me on the show here that, about all my horrible stuff back there. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's full of goodies. Well, what's funny, if you had the time in your life and the lack of anything else to do, which would be what would be the requirements to endeavor in such a thing, but if you started at the first show of ours and went through them all, you would watch every little piece of this get at it as time went on. Because when this all started, there was nothing on the shelf here, and there were maybe one or two things on that shelf where that light actually is. And none of this was here. None of this. So it's kind of a conglomeration over the years of things.
If you look around my whole living room, it's pretty normal, sparse, and you got your TV and just normal stuff everywhere. But my corner where I shoot the show from is super busy and cluttery. It doesn't look like it belongs in the room. Looks like someone parked the TARDIS over there. It's a Doctor Who reference. At least I'm not referencing Lord of the Rings. No, someone noticed that I have tiny little Vans shoes behind me. There's 3 of them. But, it's just the brush that comes with their cleaning kit. And they mail me those all the time. So I always keep the brush and don't throw it out because I think it looks cool. Let's see, is that a unreturned Blockbuster video? I'm doing it. I'm tearing apart his background. I got a skateboard you can throw back there. Can you even hear me? What's up, Josh? Sorry, Andrew's very right. I'm taking over your show. Sorry about that.
Now you see it. But no, that's the other thing. It's not very clear. It just looks like some kind of weird LED light back there, but it's not. It's all kind of little electric arcs going through. Basically, what I think literally looks like little tiny styrofoam beads, like the ones that used to come out of a beanbag in the 70s when you were a kid and throwing your brother across the room onto the beanbag, like jumping over your legs and throwing him like a gymnast, and he would land in the beanbag and it would explode. And
It looks like an early prototype. Sorry.
No, that's what it is. It's filled with little beads that sends static electricity or some type of electrical discharge through it. And you can set it to react to music or voice or whatever. Right now, I've just got it on because I can hardly get to the controls. But yeah, I kind of just stopped having it on.
My Bluetooth does that. You can set it to match the beat. I was going to say, and then I'll take Andrew's advice. I was going to say it reminds me of a earlier prototype of the flux capacitor. But the joke missed its timing. Story of my life.
So the Blue Man reference, I'm just not getting it. I know at one point I did have David Cross's character from Arrested Development back there, but I don't think I have the blue one. I think I have the one that just has his Never Nude shorts on.
Did you know Herb from Primus played with him?
That's what's up.
Did you know Herb from Primus? Yeah, he did.
I did not, offhand.
Mm-hmm. He was already bald, so that worked out pretty good.
Blue Man, where's the Blue Man? I don't see a Blue Man, no. I don't get it.
Oh, I thought Bill was saying they're basically going naked, painted blue.
Oh, I missed it. I can't even find that thing. I don't know where it's at right now. It must be behind something else.
Don't they have a residency now in Vegas, or am I making it up?
They did for years. I don't know if they still do. That was the only reason I was interested in going through Vegas back when I took the family through there. We were going, taking mom and my sister out to Oregon, and we stopped and stayed in Henderson, I think, because you can go to Vegas, you can go to the Grand Canyon, you could go back to Sedona. So while my sister and her family went to Vegas to the circus thing, for whatever reason, to take my nephew, who was like 2, maybe 3, he's going to understand the terror you're about to invoke on him. We went back to Sedona and we went to the Grand Canyon. And the last night there, I drove up the strip for about an hour dealing with traffic and back down it. And hated every second of it. And got out just to watch the fountains because it was Christmas time and they were doing the Elvis song. So that was entertaining for about half a minute. And
Chris from Five Finger Death Punch lives on the strip like he owns a condo there.
Why would you ever want to?
If you knew Chris, it makes perfect sense.
Right. They were there then, though. I could see their little board announcing their shows. Like, well, this would be something I would come do. And then at one point, Vegas had the alien walkthrough experience thing where they would kind of dress you up in a Space Marine set up with a gun, and then you went through a high-tech experience of being in a haunted house, essentially, but it was aliens, really well done, in really well done suits and stuff. Yeah, it was a whole thing that was great for years that I really wanted to go do, because Alien was one of my favorite movies, but I don't think that even happens any longer. I think there was one in the UK at one point they had going to, but it's not around anymore because Alien 3 happened and destroyed the franchise.
Have you seen that trippy gas station? It looks like a normal gas station, and then you open up one of the coolers in the back, and it leads into this surreal-looking light show, etc. You know what I'm talking about? It's in Vegas. The front of it looks like a 7-Eleven, and if you didn't know any better, you'd think that's all it is. But if you open the right cooler door in the back, it they slowly, the cans from the front of the cooler slowly start shrinking and turning into something else. You not seen that display? It looks killer. I don't know.
No, I missed it. And I'm sorry. I was kind of zoning back up through chat just to make sure I hadn't missed anybody. And I see Bill saying, is Zack experimenting in the background? I hear a Tesla coil buzzing. Exactly why that thing has remained off for the last 6 or 7 years, Bill. So let me go turn it off. Oops.
I'm good at that. Yeah. God, my voice cracks at the worst times. God must have wanted last night's show to happen because it held out for 2 hours. I do my own lurking, especially if I'm out riding my bike or skateboarding or something. So I'm not going to pull over to chime in on chats. So I do my fair share of lurking. Also in the neighbors' yards and whatnot, but I don't think I'm supposed to talk about that. What's up, Josh?
Not a damn thing.
I'm trying to make Andrew less right, but every time I quit talking, there's dead air. Divorcee. Yeah.
No, you could be right.
Wait, what are we doing? Gambling. Huh. I agree with your rule, Caleb. Never go. So, I mean, I never was a gambler. Just not my thing. never got into it. And then here locally, they opened a casino at the Chittimacha Reservation. So I got a job there, and I began to be a blackjack, craps, roulette, etc. dealer.
Really?
And learned, essentially,
Nice.
Yeah, I did that for about 6-8 years.
Well,
And,
if anybody's ever in the Tunica area, I can comp you a room and a buffet anytime. We own a lot of property going towards the casinos, and Clear Channel rents billboard space to advertise all the casinos as you're going in and out of the casino area of Tunica. So we can comp stuff whenever.
Nice.
But we never gamble, though. We just go
Well,
there.
anyone who knows anything doesn't. I mean, the building opened for one reason, and that was to take your money. And they will take your money, or they wouldn't have opened the doors in the first place. If the odds were not in the house's favor, they wouldn't have opened the doors. That being said, you can enjoy yourself if that's your thing. If you just make sure you're on the little list and get your little comp and make sure they see you playing and, all that.
Oh, yeah.
It can happen. You can have fun. Or if you sing decently enough to win karaoke every week, you can have fun that way, which is what we did once we started doing karaoke. So
if anyone
you
takes
can
me
have
up
fun.
on that, they better do it maybe this week, by the way.
This is it. Huh? Time to do it. Hurry
That
up and get it
privilege is
on.
about to end very quickly.
I hear you, man.
Do you know that law that they can't have a casino on the land in Mississippi? That's why they're all on barges.
Yeah, that's how it is here. If you're not on a reservation situation, which is what they are, if they're on land here, they're in a reservation, then it has to be a boat situation. That's how Louisiana is as well.
Well, they're so big, I wouldn't have even known they were on boats if someone wouldn't have pointed it out to me. Like, you had no idea. Like, apparently it's the theme of that movie, like Ladybugs or something like that, or Lady Killers. It's a Tom Hanks film. Apparently they drill in and go through the water to get into the casino. I've never watched the movie because
So wasn't Rodney Dangerfield in Ladybugs?
maybe I've got the wrong movie. This is a Tom Hanks film, and I think it might even be a Coen Brothers written and directed film. I'm actually pretty sure it is. But they do a bank heist, and they have to drill in and then figure out how to get to the water to get into the bottom of the casino. But yeah, like, you can't tell. Like, they don't move or anything. These things are huge, and they're like permanently affixed to the bank. The river bank. And the bank probably. Thank you, Callum.
I'm going to drop
There's
you
only a handful.
a link. I didn't realize, or at least perhaps I'd maybe forgotten, a link for some new socks for you, Rico. I know you're a bit of a sock freak. So I dropped you some.
I'm probably about to lose half of them in this divorce, but yeah, I've got probably about $800 worth.
Well, these are cheap comparatively. They're only like $8 a piece per sock.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
I think you can only buy them by the pair, but still.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a name brand. I only wear one brand. I know, it's stupid. They've been building for a while, though. I've got 10 singles, too, without their mate. It's so aggravating. One of my cats loves to grab one sock and run off with it, and I don't know where she's going. Probably to Walt's house, under my porch. See, little by little, I'm going to start assuming that that's my new home.
Like some of the local cats.
It's dinner time.
Hang out with the goat during the day. Curl up under the porch at night. You got yourself quite the life.
Hey, man, it's going to be better than what I'm looking for towards. Oh my God.
Well, I think Voy in chat has a good point. There's a whole lot to be said for mental and emotional peace. And I think that mental and emotional turmoil are a lot harder to cope with and deal with, at least for me, than like a physical discomfort.
Yeah.
So it'd be a lot easier for me to be living out on the streets under an overpass than in a house where I'm miserable.
Yeah, you know what? I even thought about maybe a storage unit because I still want to be able to stream, but I don't need much either, man. I just don't want to be fucked with. Like, I'm no like walk in the park either. I would never claim to be. And you know, she's a good person, to other people. But I'm just over it, man. 17 years. I deserve I don't know. I almost said an award, but like a delicious bowl of cereal or something. Like, I don't know. It's just done. At this point, I think we're doing more damage to the kids than anything by the bickering. And like the mood. Like, I mean, not mood verbally, but like it seems like the atmosphere almost changes when that happens. Like literally, or maybe it's something that I'm translating as like a literal atmospheric change, but I don't know, things start to feel dark and cold. And if you think my autism is bad, whenever I have my moments on this show, you should see me when I get flustered and I can't even make a point. Worst feeling in the world is like the next day, like halfway through the day when we've already said sorry to each other. And I think of the perfect comeback. I'm like, damn it. That would have worked so good. I could improv it, but in the emotional moment of it, I can't to save my life. Or if I don't have anything emotionally invested in you, I could do it really well.
Well, if you think about Jerry and things that feed off of negative energy and those things attaching themselves to us at quite a young age, like super young age, especially males, and them, instigating and prodding and whispering and doing everything they can to instigate a situation which would result in turmoil and emotional trauma to you and her and the children, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm running out of time to speak freely, but I guarantee you last night wouldn't have happened without alcohol. And the whole alcohol thing, was it like ancient Greek for flesh-eating spirit? Like if she's not drinking, or if neither one of us are drinking, it's totally different. But it's so weird how I could get like just two different people than like earlier that day. So, and I often think of stuff like Morzinski's, talks about how it's almost like, hey guys, there's the demons talking to each other. Hey guys, free ride over here. Let's jump on this. And it just gets worse. And there's no fixing it.
Well, shout out to Logan Cook, who just had a breakup this past year of a 10-year relationship and is so much happier, he says. Wish he'd have done it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. How long did it take you to start like sleeping again and, like the separation anxiety? Because I remember that being gnarly. My previous longest relationship was, I think, 5 years. And that was like, it broke me and I was ready for it to be over and it broke me. Like, how long did it take you just to be cool? Like, you're not even thinking about it anymore, if you don't mind sharing. Because this is 17 years.
My guess would be there's probably not like a hard and fast timeline.
Sure.
Like, the bitchier they are, the shorter the timeline.
Yeah. So a week or so. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I can get over a hateful cunt real quick.
Yeah, I don't want to have to miss my kids, man. That killed me,
I know, me too.
Someone everyone here knows offered me to stay with her, and it actually seems like a perfect idea, but it's like 2 hours away one way.
My dad drove 2.5 every other weekend one way.
Did he have a mean bicycle though?
Well, he did. He just didn't use that.
No, I'm saying, like, I guess I just need to bite the bullet and get used to driving more than outside of this block. I don't want to.
You don't have to. Just let Atticus know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm going to have to see you a lot less, and here's why. I don't want to drive that far.
Yeah. Well, like, my daughter, she's probably more emotionally mature than both of us combined, and I know she wants this. She's ready for this. So that's another good reason to push it through this time, even if it does mend itself. Hey, I will never forget how many times you guys have let me just like say out loud what you should probably never say lines. So thank you guys, because I was just laying there in my head, couldn't even focus on anything on TV to get my mind off of it. It's just pure torture.
No worries at all.
And there's a lot to be said for taking a few months, getting your shit together.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not going to be able to get out there for a few months, but when I do.
But don't fall back into complacency either. You know, that's the thing you have to remember.
You mean by get back out there, you mean like get with someone else?
No. I would avoid that for as long as possible.
Like, as long as you can.
Oh, I'm never doing that.
Uh-huh.
No, believe me, no. That was taxing. No, not because of her. I
just call it alimony. It's not technically a tax.
I don't have that I don't have that gear anyway, so she knew that going in, but still, they expect that gear that I just don't have.
So, real quick, Chilster Deluxe says, hardest thing I ever done, but had to be that way for my sanity. And then from Logan, we get, it was hard, but just focus on the future version of yourself that you want to be. It'll be hard, but you do have us. Indeed you do,
Oh,
good
man.
sir.
Thank you. I was just talking about you somewhere the other day. I'm like, I hate all caps, but this one dude that, like, you know, frequents the same circles I do, he's like kind of got just like the all caps pass in my book because he's such a cool guy. It seems like the other day I saw your name was in all caps somewhere.
Oh.
Chilster Deluxe. I was talking about how he writes in only caps and how it usually drives me nuts, but like with him, like I think I'd be let down if he didn't. If he suddenly stopped, I'd be like, "You okay?"
It's a vision thing for him. He can't really see the typing unless he types in all caps. If I remember correctly, I could be misconstruing that with someone else, but I'm pretty sure that's Chilster that I knew that about.
Doesn't Daz need a new keyboard?
I was think Daz has just got a broken keyboard. I mean, his eyes may be broken too, but not with the art I see him producing. I don't think they are. What was I seeing in chat? I wanted to ask about. Damn it. Oh, Nutmeg.
By the way,
Hey,
drinking
sorry,
eggnog for breakfast.
Nice. Love eggnog this time of year.
Yep,
Thank goodness I didn't know about eggnog as a youngster. I'd have been 3,000 pounds by now. Anyway, so real quick, I mean, because he said this, I just wanted to get it out there. There's a video I'm going to share here in a second. It's a guy very natural driven, anti-pharmacology type dude, but he has this book from like 1920, whatever the fuck, and it's essentially the world of healing at that point in our society. And in that book, literally like 85% to even maybe more like 95% of everything in that book was all natural cures. And there was only about 10 or 15% that was petroleum-based, fake, created crap. And then as time went on, like the 1950 version had like maybe 50-50 on the health, natural stuff, and synthetic crap. And then later on, of course, where we are now. But in the video, he lists like, 10 or 15 different cures of things that were used in those days, like, castor oil and just different things. And one of them was nutmeg oil, which I didn't even know was a thing or that it had any type of healing, helpful properties. And so this dude does huge, like he's a pretty good size YouTuber as far as numbers go. And he does he's got books and he does do supplements, and that's what he's trying to do. Well, if you go looking into what he does with supplements versus what other people does do. Anyway, it's just, he's a different level dude. But even at his level of like, let me think, 450,000 views, I think, on that video I was watching. Let me double check. 445,000. Dr. Eric Berg. And it's just a pretty nuts video list, what he goes into, and then when he gets to a certain thing, which would be colloidal silver, it all kind of changes, and his way of speaking changes, and he starts dancing the algorithm YouTube dance, and it's pretty incredible to see someone at his stage still having to dance around some things and not actually coming out and saying this does this and this does that, because he didn't want to lose his channel. And it's nuts that's the world we're in. Everything pertaining to colloidal silver got taken off of his channel, and he had to move it all over to Rumble. So anyway, I dropped the link there in chat, and I thought about you, actually, Melissa, as far as the natural healing. I know a lot of everybody in chat in our groups do a lot of these kind of things, but I literally daily use her amazing comfrey salve. Can't over gush and praise the comfrey. Please reach out to the Accidental Alchemist there in chat if you haven't yet, and give it a shot. It does great things for me.
Right.
I'll share the video here in our chat too. Give me a second. So that everyone in the call and that has been in the call can hop on. Can see it. Or hop on that too. I just saw your Crew Socks link. It's great.
The funniest part to me is how much time I waste picking out the best shoe sock combination for shows where you never see my feet.
Never.
And I've even told myself that. I'm like, why do I care? And I'm like, you know what? It helps you have a good show. Go for it, dude. Only I don't talk to myself unless no one's around. They're cool looking socks.
Yeah, too bad you're such a snob about it.
Am I? Dude, I give them away every chance. I know you're kidding, but I give them away every chance I can because I have so many now. Like, I don't know, something like 60 pair of them. Like, but I spend a lot of money in those. But like, Vans send me free shoes and shirts and pants and all kinds of stuff. So I save money there. They sent me like 10 or 11 shirts very recently, like 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
Just their sales stuff. Yeah.
What is the, oh wow, look at those dudes, 425,000 views. Look at those dudes.
Look at those dudes. Only took them a decade, but look at them go.
You had me at look at those dudes. Nope.
Hey buddy, come to see me? Bender says hey, as he flops me with his tail. Man, I'm gonna close this call if I'm not careful.
Sorry about that. Hey, you know what did come out last night? And I swear I'll drop it at that and leave the rest of the 10 minutes to you guys. But she actually did say, when we split up, are you going to get with a dude? I was like, oh, I thought you were in on the joke. And she meant it. Oh my God, my own wife doesn't even believe I'm straight. That's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Well, if you just stop asking her to do that one thing.
I could do that myself. If I could just find that little sucker. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that would entail. Yeah, even in that tone, I think she was just going for the jugular. Even there, just anything she could do. Set me off kilter. Can't be hard to do. If I knew someone like me, I could give them a hard time too, if I knew how to do it just right. Like a really good lawyer that knows how to stump up someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shock.
One of my few superpowers.
You know what though? Every time you do that to me,
I've never done it online.
agree.
I have never done it online. I've never been an online bully and used my superpowers against someone online.
Oh, I didn't mean bully. I mean like
be completely insulting and belittle you until you feel stupid.
Just a debate that kind of renders you useless. You know, like I'll bring up this point and you'll say something, but I'm humble enough to go, oh damn, that's right. That makes more sense than what I was thinking.
Now just imagine if I were to purposefully make you feel dumb for not knowing it. Like my
right.
I've always had an inherent ability to very quickly thinking on my feet be super insulting. Like I remember even in elementary school, I had friends who would show me off to their neighbors just to like insult them. Because I could do it on the fly. Yeah.
I got taken down by a lawyer once that was so good that I was almost impressed. Like my best friend Shanna, was her divorce when I went to court for her. Like, first of all, she disarmed me. She's like, so, Richard, how many years were you addicted to heroin? Okay, shock, embarrassment, off guard. Then on to the next thing. I object. Like, I don't know. I don't remember how it went down. It's been like 3 years now, but it was just like, I walked in there thinking, I'm going to be the best person she could have brought here. And that girl tore me down. I wasn't even mad. That was amazing. But that was her first statement. She immediately hit up the drug use, which is weird. I don't know where she found it up. Well, yeah, her husband. Duh. Being super open can have its disadvantages.
It can. But I think the advantages far outweigh them.
I agree, man. I agree. I make better friends that way. No one can have gotcha moments that way. Make better jokes that way. So I agree. I wouldn't change that. Wearing my heart on my sleeve to save the world. Well, that's not a true statement. You know what I mean? Well, damn, I want to hear, like, where did you pick up this skill? You said your childhood.
Yeah, I think it was having that same thought you did, coming back like 2 hours later saying, ooh, I should have said this. And my mom had a way of parenting that was sort of not the way that I needed to be parented. and it would cause a lot of mental anguish and strife. And it was really growing up, it really was a fucking thing. Just her hypocrisy and just the way she treated her kids and shit like that. So it was always a thing. And I think because my brain learned to think that way, and you just start saying shit under your breath. And you're like, well, that's not exactly what I meant, not exactly what I wanted to say. And it just kind of starts to refine itself, and you practice being a dick. And pretty soon it's just sort of second nature. And that's just like, there's been maybe once or twice Dixie's seen that side of me. And not even the apathetic side, because the apathetic side will slowly drive you nuts. Like, because there's no like direct aggression. But Dixie's seen me like pissed probably twice at my ex. And just the way I can flip the switch to being perfectly cordial, to being an absolute ranting, raving, maniacal dickhead, just saying the absolute most worst hurtful things I can come up with. And I can come up with some good.
The apathy is definitely an issue. The apathy is a big thing for me because I don't want, like, it'd be easier if I didn't have to see the person again.
Mm-hmm.
But like a coworker or a good friend of mine is the globe god that we always debate. That whole cosmology. He'll go far, man, with his insults when he gets mad. I just don't want to have that on my conscience.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
I have a hard time sleeping as is. Apparently not now. Ray said he hooked me up.
Well, that'll be good. I just saw something yesterday that I had never noticed before while looking at the Amazon app. That they have local places near here, so I'm sure other people have them near them, pickup locations. So like if you want to order something from Amazon but don't want it delivered to your house, you can have it delivered to the pickup location. And you can just drive over there and pick it up. I just never heard of that. I'm like, I mean, there's only so many reasons you might need that. And I can't imagine the birthday presents happen all that often that you need a pickup location.
Hey, Amazon carries a few stance socks.
Carries a who?
A few of the brand socks I'm obsessed with.
Well, there you go. Now you can order as many pairs as you want.
And go get them.
And nobody will ever know. You can do it in secret.
You never know when you're going to have a sock emergency for designer socks.
That's right. Or who it is that may be anti-sock out there keeping track of how many socks you own and how many socks you currently buy.
I just realized something. Not only do you never see my feet during streams, I never wear shorts either. So it really is.
So,
just
Richard, how long have you been addicted to socks?
It's been about 3 years now. Yeah, you know what? You guys knew me before that got out of control.
We knew him when he was normal.
He even started doing all the normal addict stuff like, hey, what's that package? Nothing. Is it socks? Yes.
I can go barefoot when I want to. I just don't want to, okay?
Yeah. But it was only $40. Oh, for a 3-pack? Well, that's not the worst you've done. It was a single pair.
That was per sock.
My life goal now is to wear a pair of shorts out. Someone go, that's a pretty cool sock. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
So we're going to take away all your tennis shoes and make you wear only sandals. You can wear socks if you want, but it's got to be with sandals.
Hey, my daughter wears all my socks now because she's obsessed too, so that's cool. least you're going to 2 people. Now,
Well, that's the end of it. Holy shit. That snuck up quick.
My God.
I was like watching it. Like, I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to forget it. But I did. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us this morning. It is always
absolutely
a pleasure.
Love you guys so much. Thank y'all. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome, bud. Thank you.
And maybe we'll see Zach back here on Wednesday, depending on how long he's going to be working nights.
Love you.
Yeah, love you, Zach. Love you all out there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in after the fact, and we will see you back here on Wednesday. Until then, be good, be well. Do good, do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.